Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCrafts.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator working in Scotland, and I've been recently doing a wee series called Wee Wednesday Workshop, where for a wee while I've been playing with embossing folders, and this is a continuation of that. So what I want to do here is share with you. I don't know if this is going to work, but if you're going to see this. I was at the V&A Museum on Sunday in Dundee, and I saw this this piece on the wall. It's a wall hanging. It was I think I've forgotten all that I read about it. I really just liked what I saw, so I've been inspired by what I've seen, and it was actually made by embossing on canvas and paper. What I will do, if you go over to my blog, I will put all the details about this on my blog and the information regarding. I think, if you bear with me, I'll just check my phone and tell it. So it's a section of the Tynecastle tapestry, and it's also known as the Tynecastle canvas, and it's from 1882, and it's by Morton and Company. So I think they were imitating like expensive wall coverings, and it says here such as embossed and gilded leather. So Tynecastle tapestry lined the interiors of houses, railway carriages and Clyde-built steamships, and was exported to America and Canada. So I will put all that on the blog. I will put the photograph I took and the description panel. I took a photograph of that because I knew that my memory wouldn't hold up to that. So I wanted to play with something, because that was like embossed on canvas and paper. I thought, you know what, I can replicate that, not copy it, it won't be exact, but it just inspired me to play further with the embossing folders. And I have just recently received this most gorgeous embossing folder. You may have seen already, I showed you it in white. Oh, you're not going to see that very well here, it's just not the best with the light. White just doesn't work very well with my lighting, but I did do that. If you look on my blog, there should be a card there, or my Facebook page, or just have a look around all my different social media bits and pieces. So this is the second release celebration. I'm looking for my leaflet to share with you. There's a lot of new things come out on Friday past as part of our celebration, and this goes on till the 31st of March. So if you would like to own this folder, all you have to do is put in an order on my online shop for £45 or more, and you can choose this as a free item. But there are lots of other choices, but this is lush. Now, because you know I don't like doing big shot under my camera, and I don't want to damage it, so I've done this bit before I started filming. I have passed this piece of early espresso through my big shot. This folder is fabulous. I can't stop using it. I've used it on loads of cards, and I will be showing them over the next few weeks. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use Versamark, and I'm going to use some embossing powders, and my heat gun is just at my feet here. So I have had a go, and this is what I came up with. I did go over this again, all my different metallic embossing, and then I went over it with clear. This time I'm going to show you without the clear. I know that with the clear it won't be reflecting very well, but I will try and let you see. This is just about having fun, being inspired, and just being creative. That's my therapy. Anyway, so all I did was emboss a piece of card. You could use any embossing folder and you can still play with this technique. And what I need is a scrap of paper that I got. Here we go. Oh, just use this old one that I was using earlier for design, because what I need is, actually I'm going to fold this in half again. I will get myself in a mess here, so please bear with me. Mess is what I do best. So, got a piece of scrap paper here, got this, and I've got an old Versamark pad. Still got plenty of ink in it. So what I'm just going to do is just build this up slowly. So I'm going to emboss some bits with some silver, and then a bit of copper, and then mostly gold. So just gently catching some of it. And I'm going to go with the silver first, because I don't really want that to be a predominant colour, but I just want to put it in. So all we do is, I don't know where I caught, you'll get different results every time, and this is just about building up fun, a bit of fun. And with what they used, wax and silver leaf and all sorts to build up theirs, and it just makes something that's fairly, that isn't such a strong fabric like paper, card or canvas. It builds up the layers on it and makes it stronger. So there you go, a little bit of silver powder, and let's get that back in the tub. Do you know what I didn't do? Close your ink when you're pouring out your embossing folders, because you do not want to be getting powder in your ink pad. I just love playing like this. So that's my silver powder away, and I'm going to heat set that. And I have no idea where my silicone mat is. I've been hunting for it and it's disappeared on me again. It keeps doing that to me. Oh, come back. Okay, so I need to heat up my heat gun. I hope you can still hear me. Hi there, I'm back again. Sorry, there was quite a big break there. Got the door went, the battery ran out, my daughter phoned me, and then I've had a craft class, so it's been quite a busy day. But hey, here's the next part of the video. I'm sorry if there was a bit of a jump, but I'm just carrying on from where I left off. So I had swiped with the Versamark a little bit, and then I've put some silver embossing powder on. Somewhere about 5 hours ago or something. Anyway, so I am just about to put the heat tool on, so if you want to turn your volume down, that's fine. Try and hold it so that you can see. Maybe get it a bit hotter before it. If you heat it up first before you offer it to the card, then there's less chance of warping. So you can see, although that's lain there for quite a few hours, it's still working perfectly. Turn this round so I don't burn my fingers. And we'll just build this up slowly. So I did think I did say earlier, a £45 purchase and this could be yours for free. The folder is fantastic. Right, I'm just going to swipe some more in some different areas. I'm going to add in some copper in here as well. And then I'm going to put gold over the top. So let's just do this on this part. Whoops, already got a whole lot of silver. Well, now I've got a whole lot of silver embossing powder on my floor, which I'll have to hoover up. But hey. So has anyone tried any of the other embossing techniques that I've shown you? I'd be interested to see. Now I've got a Pinterest board that that everyone can post on, so just let me know if you want. If you email me or give me a message, I'll send you the link to my Pinterest board and you can post your work on there. It's for all crafts, it's not just for Stampin' Up crafts, any crafts. Happy to let you share on that one. So I'm going to just put this back in the jar. This is the copper. So I'm just building up a mixture of the metallics on this, and I'm just inspired to try this from what I saw on Sunday at the Museum in Dundee. It's just a play workshop this, there's no real end product. I will stick it on a card, but that's not really the important part of this. So if you think there's some parts that are just got a bit too much, you can just take a dry brush and just knock some of it off. I'm just going to knock it off into the... I don't want to lose all my silver, so I'm just brushed a wee drop off into the bin actually, but I could have brushed it back into the pot and been less wasteful. So I'll just get myself some tea. I'm having a wee cuppa. Some Rooiboo. What's your favourite tea? I'm not a huge tea drinker, but I do like some of the nice flavoured teas. Sometimes I'm mostly a coffee drinker. Right, I'm going to heat up the heat gun again and then I'm going to melt the copper. Of course it remelts the silver and they kind of merge into each other. Again, like I've said with the other techniques, every time you do it you get a different look. You never get two cards exactly the same, and that's the beauty. I mean, even at that, it's lovely. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know how much you can see of that. Beautiful, beautiful. Right, then more Versamark, and this time gold. Again, you can add as much or as little, and you can add more later. I'm actually going to put a fair bit of gold on here, so I'm putting a fair bit of Versamark on. I'm going to have to re-ink my pad though. I'll do that. We've actually got one or two pads that need re-inked. So I've got my gold. I've got other scrap paper here. Have loads of scrap around when you're doing messy stuff like this. Doesn't matter how much you tip out because you're going to catch most of it and tip it back in anyway. I want this actually to be quite heavily gold, but just with some of the other colours shining through. So let's pop this back in the tub. Oh, miss, Janice, you're not much cocked today, are you? Well, I just have to tip this one into. Ooh. So I am so messy. I'm going to have to hoover my desk when I'm finished. Right, am I going to take some off or I'm just going to leave it? I want to just take a little bit off these petals. I want to keep some of that copper and silver. Up to you, just do what you know, what you feel. I'm going to give it a good flick and get off some excess. I'm just flicking it over my bin actually, because I tend to flick it with my finger. That just gets some excess powder off. So let's see what happens when we add the heat gun here, see what you think. What do you think of that look then? I love it. I absolutely adore it. I think I've not melted it properly here, so I'm just going to bring the heat gun back in. It's always worth having a wee look. Wow. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this, but I'm not going to make this into a card. I've got a feeling I'm maybe going to do something 3D with this, but I've not decided what yet. I really like that. Okay. So what do you think? Both are different. This one I actually went over the whole thing with clear as well, which, do you know, changed the look. It made the gold a bit, I don't know, it changed the tone of the gold, made it look a bit more antique-y. I don't know if you can see in this light at all, to be honest. You stand up and see what you're seeing. I will take photographs and put them on my blog. Oh, wow, I'm happy with that. So, you know, don't forget the celebration is still on. We've just had second release, but everything else is still available in Europe except for the ribbon. The ribbon has completely gone. They obviously had a bigger demand than they anticipated for it, but as I say, you've got loads of other things in the new leaflet. I will put details on the blog, and I am posting out the second release of Celebration leaflet out to all of my customers. And if you would like one, or you would like one of any of our catalogues, please get in touch and I'll post them out to you free of charge and no obligation. Thanks for watching this video. I would like, if you do have a go at this technique or any of the techniques I've been showing you, then please share your work with us. I'm not done with this. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I have got an idea that I might do something 3D with it, so I'm going to keep it like that. Watch this space and see what happens. And again, with this card, I'll just make a wee sentiment or something like that. I've decided I quite like to have a few cards that I just keep until I've got an occasion for them, and then I make the sentiment and pop it on. This won't need very much else on it at all. It's just simply sumptuous like it is. And that all from just seeing a wee wall panel in a museum just made me think that I wanted to do this, and I'm really, really glad. I'm certainly going to do this again. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Please subscribe and please share this with any friends that you think might be interested. Bye, see you next time.